Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back again. If you're new here, welcome. If this is the first time I've seen my face, welcome to this channel. My name is Jane Eze. I'm an international student in the United Kingdom. Here I talk about my experience. I share information basically. So whatever information I think will be helpful to you coming to the UK or living in the UK, I come on here, I make a video about it and hope that it helps. Okay, so if this is the kind of content you'd like to see, please click on the subscribe button now. It's the red button down below. Click on the thumbs up to like this video if you do like this video, and do not forget to share this video with your friends and your family. Okay guys, this video is sponsored by BUDMALL. BUDMALL is an e-commerce platform where Nigerians in diaspora are able to shop for their friends and loved ones back home and have these items delivered to their doorsteps in Nigeria in 48 hours. I kid you not. If you shop on BUDMALL, you will have these items delivered to your family and friends in Nigeria. Now is the perfect time to do this. Easter is fast approaching. We'll have less than a week to Easter, so like I said, this is the perfect time to make someone smile. This is the perfect time to surprise someone. Just head to www.budmall.ng and register to start shopping. Don't forget to use my referral code, which is Jenna3595, okay, and you'll be able to get lots of discounts. It's very easy to navigate. I have a demo video on the channel to help you navigate the system, but I said it's pretty easy. Once you head to the website, you'll be able to do this. You're also able to see the prices in both USD and Naira, whatever you want, and so you can pay with your card. You'll be able to pay with your pounds card, so don't worry about it. So your USD card will work, your pound card will work, don't worry about it. You will have a limit on your Nigerian card because we all know how that goes. Okay, so you may not be able to shop for all that you want using your Nigerian card, but your pounds card and your USD card will work just fine. Guys, head there now and start shopping. Okay, so down to the business of the day. This video is going to try to explain the tier 2 visa. I mentioned this in my last video and some people wanted to see this, so here it is. I'm going to try my best to break this down so that you know all that you require to be able to even start chasing this visa if that is what you want to do. So what do we even know about the tier 2 visa? A lot of people just know, oh, it's a visa that allows you to stay in the UK, which is not wrong, but that is not all you need to know. There's so many other things that you are required and you should know about this visa, and that's what this video is going to address. So stick to the end, guys, and sit down, relax. If you have any questions about what I'm saying here, please put it in the comment section and I'll try my best to answer that. Okay, so first of all, what is a tier 2 visa? Let's even start with what is a tier 2 visa. Your tier 2 visa is now called your skilled worker visa. So if you hear me say tier 2 or I say skilled worker visa, I'm talking about the same thing. So it's not two different visas, it's one and the same. Tier 2 is the old name, skilled worker visa is the current name. Okay, so this is the visa that allows you to come to the UK and work in the UK for an approved employer. Now, what do I mean by approved employer? Not all employers in the United Kingdom are approved to sponsor this visa, which is why I said approved employer. Okay, so how do you know if a company is approved or not? There's a register for this on gov.uk. Everything I'm going to say here, I am going to make reference to gov.uk because that is where my information is coming from. I'm not an immigrations lawyer, I'm not a solicitor, so whatever I say here is basically based. Why do I always say this basically based? It's based on my research, so ensure that you do your research as well. Okay, don't take my word for it. You can always go and find out for yourself. Okay, yeah, so where did I stop? When you get to gov.uk, you're able to see a register of the licensed companies that can sponsor your tier 2 visa or that can give you a certificate of sponsorship. Okay, now there are a whole number of them. There are over 30,000, I think 33,000, about 33,000 to be precise. Companies in the UK can sponsor your tier 2 visa. So some people start from there to even do this application. So they check if the company can approve, or if the company is approved or can sponsor their visa before they go ahead and apply to those companies. This works, right? But there are also cases where some companies are not on that list, but because of a particular employer who they want to retain, they go ahead and get the license to sponsor. Okay, But that aside, ensure that you find out if the company you're applying to is able to sponsor you if you're interested in the certificate of sponsorship, okay? Don't forget that. Now, we've talked about people that are, or not people, now companies that are able to sponsor you and what the Tier 2 visa is. Now, let's talk about your eligibility. How do you even know that you qualify for this visa? Another problem a lot of us have is we just say Tier 2. We don't even know if we are eligible to apply to the Tier 2. So, for you to qualify to apply for this, one, you have to have an occupation that is eligible for this Tier 2 visa. Now, there in the UK, yeah, there are different occupations with different codes. The codes are like 4-digit numbers to every occupation. And so you have to go to gov.uk to find out if your occupation code even qualifies for the Tier 2 or for the skilled worker visa. On gov.uk, you'll be able to find this list. It's not hidden. Once you go there, you're able to find out if your occupation code is eligible for the skilled worker visa. Now, some people will say, but I don't even know my occupation code. How do I know my occupation code? If you go to gov.uk, you're able to find out what your occupation code is as well. I think it's called the ONS coding tool. I think what I'll do is put all these links in the description area so that you can just go and click on this link to find out if you're eligible, what your code is, and all that, okay? Now, on the ONS coding tool, if you don't know what your code is, you're able to type in maybe like keywords or your job description, and it will give you different options of what your code could possibly be. That you now check the one that is closest to what you do or what you'll be doing for the company, so you know the code that you are going to be applying with. This is your occupation code, okay? So now you know your occupation code. Now you found out that your occupation code is eligible for the Tier 2 visa. Now you're ready to apply for the Tier 2 visa B. But there are also other things that you need to know. Another thing you need to know about being eligible for the Tier 2 visa is the salary. Now, this one is important. I know a lot of people just go ahead and say, oh, this company can sponsor me, and then they apply. But that's not all you need to know. First, you need to know if your occupation qualifies. 2, does the company have the license to sponsor? And 3, what salary would they be paying you? Now, this is like the business of the day. This is the one that I want to actually explain so that people pay proper attention to this. Your going rate. Now, there's a condition that says your salary has to be, for the skilled worker visa, your salary has to be 25,600 or £10, 10p per hour, right? Whichever is higher of these two. And it now further states that if your going rate for that occupation is higher than these two, then that is what it should be. So basically, they're saying there are 3 conditions. 1, 25,600 is the salary you have to earn per annum. 2, £10, 10p is what you should earn per hour. And 3 is 100% of your going rate. Now, whichever is highest of these 3 is what you should be earning. Okay, so it's not just, oh, this company can sponsor me, let me just apply. You have to know how much you'll be paid to know if you qualify for that occupation code that you're going to be applying for. I hope this makes sense. Guys, if I'm confusing you, just ask the questions in the comment section. I will try my best to answer that. I don't want anybody to watch this video and still be confused about the Tier 2 visa. I want this video to be something you sit down, you watch, and after that you tell anybody that asks, you beat your chest and say, you see, Tier 2, I know everything that I should know about it. That's what I'm aiming to do with this video. So if you have any questions, please put it in the comment section, okay? Now, I'm sure a lot of people are wondering what is going rate. So what you need to know that about this going rate is that it's an amount that a particular occupation code has. How do I say? If you go to gov.uk, you're able to see the going rate for every occupation. Every occupation has an amount called the going rate, and this is what you actually need to be working with. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the different situations where you're able to earn less than the above stated conditions, okay? First is if your occupation is on the shortage occupation list. A lot of people advise you, if you're coming as a student, ensure that whatever you're studying is on the shortage occupation list. There are many reasons why people advise this. One is because of course you have more opportunities as per work. Another reason is this one: you're able to earn less than someone whose occupation is not on this shortage occupation list. Now let me give you an example, right? I'll use the job code 2315. Yeah, 2315. That's the job code that business analysts fall under. Okay, the going rate for this job code is about 36,600. So normally I'm expected to earn 36,600 or 25,600 or 10 pounds 10p per hour. Whichever is highest is what I should be earning. In this case, of course, it's 36,600. So that's the going rate, right? But because this particular job code is on the shortage occupation list, I have an advantage. So I'm able to earn 80% of the going rate. Now 80% of this amount takes it down to about 29,000 something, right? Approximately 29,000. You see, so I don't have to aim for 36,600 again. All I need to be looking for is a job that will pay me about 29,000 thereabout and qualify for the tier 2 visa. That's like a practical example. So this is what you need to know. If your job is on the shortage occupation list, it's a bonus. It's like kudos to you because you have the criteria reduced, so to say. So the standard has been reduced a little bit for you. So now you're looking at the 80% of your going rate, or 10 pounds 10p per hour, and then 25,600, whichever is highest of these three. That is the salary you need to be earning to qualify for the tier 2 visa. I hope this makes sense. So first is if your occupation is on the shortage occupation list. Now this next point, when you have to pay less than the initial stated criteria, is if you're a new entrant. Now to be considered a new entrant, one, you have to be below 26. You have to be studying or have just finished studying. In other words, your last visa is like student visa. I think your last visa has to be a student visa or a visiting visa, right? There are a number of reasons to be considered, a number of factors to be considered as new entrant. I'll try to have that on the screen. But yeah, you get to pay 70% of your going rate if this is your case. Like if you fall under this, you're also able to earn less than your 100% going rate. In this case, you'll be earning 70% of your going rate. Okay, now the next point where this will be reduced is if you have a PhD qualification that is relevant to your occupation. Now, if this qualification is in STEM, being science, technology, engineering, and maths, right, you will have 80% of your going rate as your criteria. But if it's not in STEM, you will have it at 90% of your going rate. However, you now have to earn about 23,040 pounds thereabout. So you see that because of these different situations, you don't have to earn 100% of your going rate to qualify for the tier 2 visa. Right, there's now allowance for between 70 to 90. So 70 if you're like 26 and below, 80 if your occupation is on the shortage occupation list, and also if you have a PhD qualification in STEM, and then 90% if you have a PhD qualification but it's not in STEM. Guys, forgive the fluctuating light. I'm using natural lights, so if you see my face brighten up and darken, it's natural light. Okay, yeah, so now I've talked about like the different times. Also, there's also a fourth condition. I think if you have the postdoctoral qualification in science and higher education, you're able to earn less than your going rate to qualify for your tier 2 visa. Okay, now all this English that I'm speaking, all these things that I'm saying is just to let you know that don't look at 25,600, which is what a lot of people just say. Oh, you have to earn for the skilled worker visa, you just need to earn 25,600 to qualify. That is wrong. You have to find your job code. If there's anything you take away from this video, ensure that you know what your occupation code is, right? Find out if your occupation code is on the shortage occupation list, and then know what the going rate for your occupation code is. It is very important. If it's on the shortage occupation list, you also see 80% of that value. Now, when you go to gov.uk and you're looking for shortage occupation list, there are 3 columns, right? So when you see the code, check out my shortage occupation list video. You understand better what I'm talking about. You will see the 80% of your going rate, which is the figure you need to be working with. So if I say like now 2315, I'm going to be working with 2315, right? Business analyst. I'm going to be looking at 29,000, I think 29,900. I'm not going to be working with 25,600 that is stated on the general one, because every going rate depends on your criteria depends on your occupation. Okay, so just find out what your going rate is, what your salary is. That is what you need to use to apply to this company. So when a company gives you an offer and say, okay, so for example, they say we'll be paying you 27,000 for the year, but you check and what you need is 30,000. Even though this company has the license to sponsor you, even though 27,000 is higher than the normal 25,600 that is stated for skilled worker visa, you still do not qualify. Do you get my point? So you need to be working with your occupation code and the going rate for your occupation code to have all the information that you need. So like I said, if you don't take anything away from this video, take this away, that 25,600 is not what you should be looking at. Except that is the highest of the 3 of them, right? Now, I'm going to repeat what the 3 criteria are. First is you have to earn a salary that is 25,600 per annum, or £10 10p per hour, or the going rate, 100% going rate for your occupation. These 3 things, the highest one is what you should be working with. Now, for those situations where I mentioned that you're able to earn less, you can earn less than 25,600. You can earn less than your going rate. Like I said, some people even earn 80% of their going rate. Some people earn 70% of their going rate and will still be able to qualify, right? Even though you have to be paid £10 10p per hour. Okay, there's a whole lot of information about this, and I hope that I'm not confusing you guys, because this is really important that you know. Okay, now might be a good time to mention that we'll be having a webinar. Nigerian students with dependents will be having a webinar later in the year, May, June. May is next month, so May, June. Actually, if it's something you're interested in, I'll leave the link on the description area, in the description area as well, so that you just sign in and put your email address, and you'll be notified when this is finalized. Okay, this particular visa, which is the tier 2 visa, as well as other visas, will be discussed in detail, broken down by people who have gotten their visas. Best practices will be shared, so that you know which visa you want to concentrate on and start preparing towards it. Okay, but that aside, back to tier 2. What are the documents that you actually need to apply for this visa? Let's say everything checks out, or you're earning the amount you need to earn, your company has agreed to sponsor you, they're going to give you the certificate of sponsorship. Now, what is certificate of sponsorship? This is something I should have mentioned earlier. The certificate of sponsorship is what your company who has agreed to sponsor you will issue to you. So you know how your student visa, you need your CAS to be able to apply for your student visa. Here you need your COS to apply for your student visa. COS is just certificate of sponsorship. Okay, it's like the license to be able to apply to this visa. If you don't have it, you don't even have anything to start with. Okay, so this is like the most important document that you need to even say, okay, I want to apply for the tier 2 visa. Now I'll go ahead and mention the documents that you need just briefly. If I miss some, I will try to put that up on the screen or in the comment area, so that you guys can see that. First is you need your COS, which is a certificate of sponsorship. On this certificate of sponsorship, you will have your employer name and their license number. This are the things that you need to be able to apply. Like, these are the information that you need to put in your application. Okay, another thing you need, of course, is your passport, your valid passport to be able to apply. You need, depending on where you're applying from, you may have to show proof of English. But if you're changing from, like, if you're switching from another visa, you've been in the UK, maybe you studied here, you may not need to show proof of English because of course you have studied here, right? Okay, but you need to show that if you're coming from some areas in the world. Okay, another thing you need to show, depending on where you're coming from again, is proof of funds. Like, you need to show funds that you're able to support yourself. If you're applying with your dependents, you need to show proof of relationship to your dependents, like your family members, your spouse, or your kids. Depending on where you're coming from, you may need to show your TB certificate. If you're coming from Nigeria to apply for this, you have to show your TB certificate, right? Another thing you may need is your police clearance, depending on the job. Some jobs need it, some don't, right? Yeah, there's an ATAS certificate as well. Your employer, depending on the kind of job, your employer will tell you if you need this as well. Yeah, these are the things that you require. Your course is very important. Your certificate of sponsorship is like your license to this. So ensure that the company you're applying to gives this to you. Okay, guys, I'll be talking about another visa in the next video, like comparing this visa with the healthcare visa. They are very similar, but a lot of people are looking at one more than the other because of some advantages, and I will compare them in the next video. So if this is something you'd like to see, please turn on your turn on your notifications so that whenever I release this video, you'll be notified. Also, if you have ideas or things that you want me to see or you want me to do, like videos you'd want to see, please put that in the comment section as well. I know someone said they wanted to see a video on 1 year course or a 2-year course. I will try my best to get that video out soon. But whatever video you want to see, please put it in the comment section and I will try my best to do that. Okay, so guys, if you have any questions about your tier 2 visa, I hope that I have explained this and not confused you furthermore. Just put in the comment section whatever questions you have, put it on there. I will be reading and responding to that. Okay, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, please don't forget to like this video and share this video with your friends and your family. A lot of people do not know what they should be looking out for when they're trying to apply to a tier 2 visa, and that is why I have tried to do this video. It will be helpful to them. I promise you, they will thank you for this video. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye guys.